There are so many warnings about heat and extreme heat when going on walks through here.
You know how I was just saying, is it actually going to be pink? I'll let you decide.
Ooh, baby. Was that pun intended? Like rough gig?
No beach walk. Bryce just saw a heap of blue bottles on the beach.
That was so terrible.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A little bit freaky, but just so cool. Are you right there? Where are we?
We're at the beach. You want to go for a run around on the beach? Okay, let's go.
Absolute prime spot here just down the front in Dongara. Or is this Port Denison? We're so confused. So it's Dongara, Port Denison. Are we in Port Denison right now and then Dongara is the town just up the back?
Yeah, I'd say this would be Port Denison, being it's a marina, a bit of a port, and then Dongara is the township on the other side there.
Winner, winner, curry dinner. Thank you, Bryce, for making this.
And a little bit of homemade naan too.
That kind of looks like the map of Australia. Am I crazy, or does that look like the map of Australia?
I did actually plan that one. I was like, I'm going to shape this one to look like the map of Australia, and I think I've nailed it. Yeah.
That's really patriotic of you, thank you.
Caravan Adventure Oz.
Alright, let's tuck in. Well, after a super busy day in Geraldton, pretty much just running errands the whole time, nothing exciting happened other than I went to Kmart. That was pretty exciting. And now we're out at a gravel pit free camp. Now we've actually been here before. So this one is not far from Northampton. We're on our way to Kalbarri. We think we're gonna arrive in Kalbarri sometime tomorrow. But for tonight, I reckon we're just gonna park up here. It's about 30 degrees at the moment, but we're kind of on top of a hill. We've got an awesome breeze coming from the ocean. We're just trying to level up and see where's best to park. And it's always my job to get out the car and check for level. We've got this little spirit level on the front. We're pretty out. She's not even close to being level. It's pretty bad. It's not very level at all.
Yeah, a bit of work.
Yeah.
Just trying to think whether I turn around and face up that way.
Oh yeah, would that be better?
Alrighty, after a little bit more evaluation, we're going to change what we did and set up a bit differently. Much to Chelsea's disgust.
At it again.
She's good. Got to give her credit. She does get out, run around, put the levelers in for me and make it a hell of a lot easier so I can just sit in the front seat and just drive back and forth.
Alright, this time you got to reverse. Yeah, she's pretty good. Pretty good for a free camp. It's going to have to do. Are you happy here now?
Yeah, I'm sweet.
Okay.
You'd think we'd have this down pat by now after doing it for nearly 5 years full time.
It's because we're just at a gravel pit. It's so uneven. It takes us a little while to get our groove. And it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we want to be comfy. Well, last night's free camp was a great spot for an overnighter, and this morning we are actually heading to Kalbarri. But on our way there, we're going to be driving past Hutt Lagoon, which is a very popular, quite famous pink lake in Western Australia. Sorry, I forgot where we were then. We're going to be driving past it. Now, in the past, pink lakes, they're always advertised as being amazing, and then you get there and you're really disappointed because they're not as pink as all the pretty Instagram photos. I'm really hoping that Hutt Lagoon is one of them pretty spots. We're going to chuck the drone up.
I've got like half a feeling it's starting to get warm outside. It's
super sunny today.
Super sunny, blue skies, and so hopefully the water level in it's lower, so it'll be more pink. Don't know how it works, but fingers crossed.
You know how I was just saying, is it actually going to be pink? I'll let you decide. That is so pink. That is next level. I don't know if it's the time of year, if this lake is always pink, or if it's just because the sun is shining today. But wow, that is so impressive. I can definitely see what all the fuss is about now.
Knocking at your door. I know one thing for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other. No way in between.
Well, that was a very pink lake, and now we've ducked into the little town of Gregory for a walk on the beach before the winds kick up too crazy. So we've got the caravan still on the back, so we're not going to go for a drive on any beaches. But yeah, it's a beautiful spot to go for a walk and check it out. So what do you reckon about the jetty? It's a bit high and dry, isn't it?
It definitely is. Here, let me do some jetty jumping.
Watch out, you'll break an ankle. Not going to be mooring too many boats up along here anymore.
But maybe the tide does come in, I'm not sure. Okay, no beach walk. Bryce just saw a heap of blue bottles on the beach. Let me go see if I can find one without stinging myself. Oh, look at that. Rough gig, isn't it, mate? You thought you were going for a run off the lead on the beach, and now you're confined to your lead again.
Was that pun intended? Like rough gig?
Well, very cute little seaside town if you're on your way to Kalbarri, but there isn't much to do here. It's just have a little walk on the beach if there's no blue bottles, and to see the pink lake.
When the stars glow bright, the summer's old. In the misty bright moonlight, I were told. When the stars
Well, here we are, all set up at Kalbarri, and you can hear the wind is absolutely howling. It is so windy here. Well, I will come under the awning where we are not getting blown away and you can actually hear me. There is a few caravan parks to pick from in Kalbarri, but we have picked the Anchorage Park. We've been here before. Most of the sites are fairly big. Just make sure you tell them the correct size, because I've been walking around the park and some of the sites are tiny. So if you weren't honest about how big your setup was and you rocked up and you had this tiny little site,
You might come undone.
yeah, that could suck. Kalbarri is very family friendly. It's where the river meets the sea, I'm pretty sure, and it's a beautiful protected little bay. Even when it's blowing a gale like today, it's still great to get out for a walk or a swim. A walk, you reckon, mate? You're crying enough in the back.
Go down the beach?
Wanna go to the beach? I think that's a yes, let's go. Like I was saying, look how protected it is. It's just great for families or little dogs like Juice to be able to come in here, and it's super safe. I don't think there's bull sharks or anything in here, but please let me know if I'm wrong. But I'll be well gone by then, so I'll maybe feel better. Lately, we have been loving cooking with puff pastry, as you've probably seen on this channel. But the good thing is you can change it up every night. Like last time I did puff pastry, I put camembert in it. Another time I did like a Thai chicken and put it in puff pastry. This time I've got a creamy chicken, bacon, onion, garlic, concoction. I don't even know what to call it, but it looks delicious, and we're gonna whack it in some puff pastry, cross our fingers and just hope for the best.
So my part in it, I do all the prep work, I get everything ready, chop everything up. Chelsea cooks it, and she's the master wrapper, so she wraps it all up, and then we just chuck it straight in the air fryer.
When he says master wrapper, it's not like freaky fresh kind of wrapping.
That was so terrible.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Right, you've talked a really big game, Bryce. What if I stuff this up? Here we go. Parcels are wrapped up, ready to go in the air fryer.
What happened to that one? It's got a tear in it.
Are you judging? Do you want to wrap these last two?
No, you're doing a fantastic job.
Why don't we get Bryce to do it, and then we can judge his wrapping?
Okay.
You're probably going to do a really good job now. Let me just tilt this down.
If you're going to talk the talk, you got to make sure you can walk the walk. Look at that. Don't worry about me.
Actually, that looks better than mine. And here
Voila.
you are. You're making me do them every time.
You
can do it perfectly.
Ooh, baby.
Look at them.
They look so good.
We only had a tiny bit of carnage, but I think we've got it quick enough. Because you don't want them to spoof open and make them all soggy.
Kalbarri National Park.
Good morning. We are up nice and early because we are heading out to the national park in Kalbarri this morning. We've been out here a couple of times before. There's some really awesome walks, and you've got like the Skywalk and Nature's Window and stuff. Not sure how much we're going to get to because it's the middle of summer and it's very hot, but the first thing we are going to do is go to the Z Bend walk, which is our absolute favourite out there.
We've heard there's been heaps of rain around and it's actually flushed out into the Murchison River, so we're hoping it's going to be really good. This morning we are kicking it off at the Z Bend walk, and we're doing this one nice and early because there are so many warnings about heat and extreme heat when going on walks through here. This walk is 2.6 k's return to the bottom of the pool, and then once you do get to the bottom, if you follow it around, it does open up to a nice big swimming area.
You're getting pestered by flies already.
Yeah, I did pack the fly net, so we are fully prepared today.
There was another cool looking walk. It was called the Loop Walk, but you had to start that one before 7 AM and we weren't organised enough. Plus it looks pretty decent, it's pretty long, and we thought, I think today's meant to be like 35 degrees or something, so probably not the best idea. Usually we are quite bad at not packing enough water. Like we pack enough, but not what it tells you. Like the signs always go so over the top. Is it like a litre per person per hour or something like that?
Yeah, they say, and in the extreme heat, it's 3 to 4 litres per person.
How do you even carry all that?
Yeah.
But today we've got 2 massive Yeti drink bottles filled and with nice cool water. Plus, if you got so stuck, there is water at the bottom of this gorge. Not that I'm going to condone drinking it, but you know, if you're stuck, I'm sure you could.
If you had to, you could drink it.
Perk of doing the Z Bend walk this early in the morning. Look at all the pretty colours on the rocks.
Now to the fun part. See ya.
Just don't hate yourself.
No, it doesn't go all the way down. Well, someone's come down with sunscreen on their hands.
Oh, really?
It's kind of a gross feeling.
Yuck. Yeah, you're right. It's all slimy. They need like a little hand sanitizer pump here after it. So I said Ben Walk can be a little bit tricky. There's a few ladders, a bit of balancing and climbing to scramble over these rocks.
Okay, first look at the river and it is flowing. We've never seen it flowing this much before, so I'm not really sure how far around we're gonna get to go for a swim. We might just have to drop in right here.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the past, we've walked right around the corner to try and find like a deeper swimming hole. It looks like it's deep right in front of us.
You can actually see water and where the sand has been washed up to from the recent flooding, and it's a good maybe 4 meters, 5 meters up from the water level now. So it would have been absolutely pumping through here.
We have made our way around the gorge a little bit further and we've found a nice little swimming hole here. It's got a beautiful sandy bottom. We're gonna get into our bathers and go for a dip.
And we even came a little bit more prepared than we thought, and Chelsea's packed in a chicken parcel from last night's dinner for a little bit of smoko. We are breaking all the rules today because we're going to be going for a swim after eating.
Yeah, you're not going to wait 15 minutes?
No, I thought it was half an hour. Nah, not happening.
Get me in that water. Okay, it's pretty hot now.
Okay, do a little jump and then be in your bathers. That is so refreshing. We've picked the perfect spot with a nice sandy bottom here. Chelsea's already in, cooling off. Well, we finished up the swim and now it's the time to go climb up some ladders, climb up some rocks and head back to the car park.
It's a little bit of a hike back up, but after a nice cool swim, we're still wearing our wet bathers, so we should be all good.
It'll keep us cool for a little bit longer anyway.
Before we head back to the caravan, we're going to pop into the Kalbarri Skywalk. This attraction's been open for I think about 3 years now, and it has the most amazing views.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible that they wanted to build a structure like this overlooking into the gorges, and we'll take you for a look.
There you go. First look at the Skywalk. Look how far it overhangs. A little bit freaky, but just so cool.
Only if you're scared of heights and falling from big metal structures to your death.
Great, thanks. I'm holding the camera right over the edge. Maybe I should just bring it back a little bit.
Now we'll pop up some drone footage from a couple of years ago when you were able to still fly your drone around here. They do have a heap of no drone signs around now, so here's some footage from a couple of years ago.
All right, back at the caravan, put my bathers straight on. I'm gonna go for a swim in the pool here and just relax for a little while. Now, when we got to the park, they asked us if we wanted to pay an extra $5 a night and be on the front, the river front, and you get pretty good views out to the river. Anyway, we said no because we're like, oh, we'll save $15 over our stay.
But check this out, we are, what, 4 rows back from the riverfront, but we've still got riverfront views. How good's that?
We just need that car there to move and then we'll be sweet. Oh, and them 2 caravans, please. And on another note, look how dead the caravan park is. It is so quiet here. We have not been pre-booking anything up the coast. So the only stuff we struggled for was the Christmas and New Year period. And then since then, it's been absolutely dead. But if we were down south right now, I don't think we'd be getting a booking because it seems like everyone is in the southwest.
It'd be a whole different story.
Yeah. Maybe we're just crazy for traveling up here in the heat, but it hasn't even been that hot.
So there's these little rocks on the beach and they're actually clay. They look like pebbles. And anyway, I showed Chelsea and now look what she's done.
like a child. It feels really good. It's good for your face as well. Oh, don't put it on me. You might stain my bathers.
I didn't put on your bathers. Come here, I'll put it on your cheeks.
No, no.
Bit of war stripes.
Don't. I don't want to wreck my bathers.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, I'm going for a wash.
Go on, put them on your butt.
It's exfoliating. We have been suggested to come out to a place called Blue Holes, just on the outskirts of Kalbarri. Apparently it's beautiful down here for a bit of a snorkel and a swim in the shallows. Although I think we could have messed up. It's pretty gloomy. If anything, we should have gone to the national park today while it's cool and cloudy. And yesterday when it was super hot, we should have come here to the beach. But I'm blaming Bryce because he's the one that does the weather.
Yeah.
He's the weatherman in this relationship.
So yeah, unfortunately it falls down on me. So my bad guys, I apologise.
What? Juice will be spewing. We were under the impression we're in a national park right now.
But he's knackered. We went for a walk this morning and he was not keen on it one bit.
He kept laying down any chance he could get. You could only imagine how beautiful it would be down here if it wasn't so cloudy. The water is crystal clear, but little hot tip, maybe bring some water shoes or some protection for your feet because all the rocks are oyster rocks. Kind of making me hungry. Did you bring like a little shucking knife or anything?
I've got the hammer and chisel in the car.
Hammer and chisel, he reckons. Yeah, okay, that could work.
Thanks so much for watching another video. If you've liked this one, make sure to like and subscribe, drop a comment below. We really appreciate the support. And as always, thanks to the guys that give us a super thanks each week. So a massive shout out to Glenn Collison, Craig Dearlove, Adelaide On Show, Mum Dad Travels, and Jerry and William. We really appreciate the support and we'll catch you soon.